Up, it's your boy Matt once again. I'm finna teach y'all something, man. Y'all got to learn something at some point. Alright, so the paradigm between the left and the right is the exact same paradigm that was around during Jesus' time. So this liberal conservative ideology is not anything new, and it's well defined all throughout the scriptures. If you would just take time to understand the cultures that were around during the time of Jesus and during the time of the apostles. During the time of Jesus, we have various sects within the Jewish community, but the two predominant sects were the Pharisees and Sadducees. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you've got the Zealots, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the Herodians. Okay, the Herodians would have been the Jewish sect of people who were loyal to Herod. All right, who was actually an Idumean or an Edomite, I believe. So he wasn't really Jewish. Then you have the sect of individuals who believed in Jewish nationalism. They were the Zealots, similar to today's Libertarian Party. And then you have the Pharisees and Sadducees. Pharisees would be conservatives, Sadducees would be liberals, and the Herodians would be more along the lines of the progressives / Obamanites. We won't get into that, but you see these this party parity all throughout the scriptures, and you never see the Christians play into any one camp, period. You know, while each individual camp may have groups of individuals who are believers in them, Christianity does not fit in any one of these, and this is no more apparent than Jesus when the many times throughout the book of John, Matthew, all the scriptures pertaining to Christ, right, had to interface with the Pharisees and Sadducees. So the Pharisees believed in the resurrection. They were more legalistic, right? So legalistic that they ended up creating new laws so that you could abide by the law that was originally given. The Sadducees did not believe in the resurrection, and so obviously you can understand there's a much more liberal approach to life, because that's the only life you get. And then enter Paul, where we see Paul in the midst of the Gentiles had come across the Stoics and the Epicureans, where the Stoics believed that man's carnal desires are to be suppressed, that man should be abased, that man should not live life according to the pursuit of pleasure, and that living life in that way is the ultimate state of perfection. Whereas the Epicureans were the opposite. The Epicureans believed that man's sole goal is to pursue pleasure, not hedonism in the way that we understand it, but yes, it would be a hedonistic philosophy. Okay, so you can clearly see the same paradigm. Fast forward to 2014, you see the exact same thing. The conservatives and really the secular conservatives believe that they have deified the Constitution and the founding fathers, and they believe that the rule of law is to be upheld, which is a Christian standpoint that we can agree with. But we would say that when the law loses its necessity to mandate adherence to God's natural created order, that's when we say, okay, these things, it ain't jiving. The Christian view of government is that it is to uphold God's moral standard, period. That's it. Now, with the liberals, they are on the shifting sand of postmodernism, so you can't accurately define liberalism within any one kind of definition. So postmodernism is really the only definition that will satisfy for the liberal ideology. So you can see this paradigm all throughout the scriptures, and so it's no different. So we cannot be deceived into thinking that Republicans are the answer to our prayers, nor can we be deceived into thinking that the Democrats are the answer to our prayers. The only stance is the Christian stance. That's why the only people who are actually equipped to stand in this battle as the tides of wickedness are washing over this nation are the Christians, who have no problem being in either camp, completely showing those camps that they don't have cogent arguments. You can't argue about the necessity for adhering to the Constitution when you're not also adhering to what undergirds the Constitution, which is the Holy Bible, period. Regardless of how much secular conservatives want to think that they can argue their standpoint from a non-moral standpoint, you cannot, because when the Constitution loses its moral compass, the Constitution loses its teeth. So I just want y'all to understand this, because this is nothing new. Like, I'm just sitting back laughing because God is sitting back laughing. God is really sitting back laughing. Psalm 2 states it perfectly clear that he is going to sit back and laugh and hold us in derision. The kings of the earth and the people gathered together. So it's not simply Obama. It's not simply Nancy Pelosi. It's not just John Boehner. It's the people too. The people only elect people that are like them. So the people that we elect are a reflection of us. This is an abomination. Do you think God does anything by mistake? Do you think it's any coincidence that his name is that? He gave us Obama because we are an Obama nation. Come on, y'all. Is there one? Is there one? I see your hand. I see your hand. I'm signing out.